Hi everyone, it's Dawn. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to do a 20 question tag. I wasn't tagged by anyone for this. I'm tagging myself. They're just basic questions to help you get to know me better. And I wanted to do this one before I do my Q&A that I'm going to be doing soon, where I've already asked you to ask me questions down in the comment section on a few videos in the past. And I'm going to do a more personal Q&A. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them below, and I'm going to go ahead and film that real soon. The next thing is this little top I'm wearing. I wanted to shout out Jennifer Jenkins. She did a video recently where she had on this beautiful emerald green top, and I thought it was so pretty, and she had linked it in her description box. So I went ahead and ordered it for myself because I love emerald green and I think the top is so cute. It's really stretchy and super comfortable. Even though it's a little bit low, I feel like it's really comfortable. I'm gonna jump in and start answering these questions. So the first question is, what is your eye color? My eyes are a bluish green, and they're kind of like a dark blue around the edge of my iris and a little more turquoise blue in the center. So they're kind of bluish green, I guess you would say. What does your name mean? Well, my name is Dawn, and it means to begin to appear or develop. And my parents are kind of like from that generation in the 60s, and the name Dawn was kind of popular back then, and I was born in the very late 60s, and so they named me Dawn, and the name kind of has fallen off since then, so everyone named Dawn is probably my age. And my maiden name is Von Arb, which is a German name, and that means, Von means from, and then Arb is a county in Germany. So my name is, my maiden name is a very German name. Okay, so where are you from? I'm from the suburbs of Chicago. And where were you born? The same, in the suburbs of Chicago. What would your name have been if you had been a boy? My name would have been Daniel. My grandfather's name was Daniel, and that was the plan, that my name would have been Daniel. What is your biggest accomplishment? I have two. The first one is I always wanted to be a nurse growing up, and so I really set a goal, and I got a degree in science and biology, and I went to nursing school, and then I worked in an intensive care unit after that, and I got my advanced life support certification, and I did everything I could to learn as much as I could in advance in my career as a nurse when I was younger. And then the second goal that I accomplished that I'm proud of is being a wife and a mother. That was actually growing up. I always wanted to be a wife and a mother. And, you know, I wanted to have a career as well. And I know that's really hard to have both at once. So I did go to college, get my degree. I had a career in nursing. And then once I had my second daughter, I have 4 kids, then I started to stay home and be a housewife and a mother. And I keep up my nursing certification or my license. Every 2 years I renew it. I do my continuing education, and I stay as current as I can, so that way, you know, I can go back to it someday if I want to. However, I think that if I do go back to it, it would be like in an office setting. I don't think I could, well, I don't really want to do the ICU anymore at my age. It was so fast paced. So those are the 2 biggest accomplishments. What is your favorite candle scent? My favorite candle scent is kitchen spices, like coffee, cinnamon, orange and cloves, chestnuts, anything kitchen related or baking. I really like those scents in a candle. Can you cook? Yes, I can cook, and I love to cook, and I love to bake, and my husband loves to cook too, and we love to eat. So yes, yes, yes to that. What is good in your life right now? So much is good in my life right now, and particularly our health and well-being of myself and my family members during this time where things are so uncertain and kind of shaky. I'm very, very thankful for my parents being healthy and my extended family being healthy and well. And so just having everything be very ordinary feels really comforting to me, and I'm very thankful. What is your zodiac sign? My zodiac sign is Sagittarius. I don't really follow my zodiac sign and I don't know much about it, but I am a Sagittarius. What scares you about getting older? I would have to say losing my mental faculties is probably the most important thing that scares me about getting older. So I do try to eat right and stay sharp by learning new things. And then the next thing would be losing my flexibility or my mobility or just my health in general. So I do try to do things to take good care of myself and prevent that from happening, even though I know that some of these things we have no control over. I do try to be proactive. But other than that, I feel like getting older is a good thing, and that one day I'll get to be a grandmother or I'll get to celebrate my 100th birthday. So I look at getting older as a privilege and not something that I'm afraid of. What is your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday is Christmas time. What is your guilty pleasure? My guilty pleasure would probably be high quality handbags and shoes. Those are things that I think I spend the most on and that catch my eye. I don't really shop a lot for other things as much, or I don't spend as much as I do on handbags. So that would be my guilty pleasure. What items can't you leave the house without? Or what item? My purse. Are you a morning person or a night person? I'm a night person. I've always been a night person. I find that I'm most creative between the hours of like 7:30 and midnight. And it's always been that way actually, ever since I can remember, like in middle school, like my mom and dad always telling me to shut off my light and go to bed. And staying up way too late. And then in high school as well. And then in college, of course, doing all-nighters and things like that. And then when I became a nurse, I would choose to work the night shift, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And even when I would be working the day shift, I would put in a request to work the night shift, which was no problem because most people don't want to work the night shift. But I definitely like to have that time at night when everything's quiet, it's dark. I almost feel guilty during the day when I'm sitting down and trying to get too much done, because I feel like if it's a beautiful day, I should be out trying to enjoy it. And so I feel conflicted. But if it's at nighttime, I feel really at peace and I feel very creative. And I usually go to bed about midnight or 1. What is your favorite film genre? I would say documentaries. And I also, documentaries. I like psychological thrillers too. What is the last thing you bought? The last thing I bought was my daughter's birthday present, and it was the one and only thing that I purchased from the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale on April 3rd. I purchased it. Her birthday was April 12th, and I got her the Urban Decay Reloaded palette. And she wanted a fragrance from Tom Ford, so I got that for her as well. And that was the last thing that I purchased. Am I an introvert or an extrovert? People who know me well would say I'm an introvert, like my husband and my family, because to be honest, even though the time we're going through right now, the quarantine, I really like that we are all hunkered in and it's quiet and I don't have to go anywhere, nothing, there's no real sense of time or appointments. But that's different. I think in general though, I like to be like that. I like winter time because it gets dark early and I like being hunkered in with my family. I sort of dread social events where I don't know people well, and I can handle myself and make conversation and all that, but I don't enjoy it at all. I'd much rather be with very close friends or family, like people that I can be in my pajamas with. You know what I mean? Where I don't have to get dressed up. I don't have to have my house clean. I don't always have to have makeup on. That's how I like it to be. But so I would say I'm definitely more of an introvert at heart. Okay, what is your favorite book and why? My favorite book, and I know it sounds cliche, would be the Bible, but I do have something I want to show you. Hold on. Okay, my favorite book would be the Bible because it has changed me so much and continues to do so all the time. And I wanted to show you a book that's really, really special to me. And this is my very first Bible, Children's Stories of the Bible from Old and New Testament. And I got this from my grandmother. Oh my gosh, look, here I am. That was me. I was 6 years old here. But anyways, oh, and then I got like a lot of sentimental things in here. The first time I ever wrote my name is in here. My mom wrote it at the top, or no, my mom wrote it at the top and then I tried to copy it. So that's in there. But this Bible is very important. My Christmas list from when I was a little girl. Lots of things are in here. But the inscription that my grandma wrote to me inside this book, she passed when I was 11 years old, but she gave me this book. And they're just Bible stories, the stories of the Bible. And this book is very special to me for that reason. And I've kept it all these years and I keep it out and I do still read from it. I read to all my kids from it, but it's just such a special book to me. And then I just wanted to show you my favorite Bible. This is the NIV and Message translation. And what I like about this Bible is it has it written, the NIV, but then here is the Message translation where it's translated or paraphrased in a way that's very, very easy to understand. It's kind of written more like a book. And you can, if you don't understand a passage, if you read the Message translation, it helps me understand what I'm reading a little bit better. So I really like this particular Bible that has the NIV and the Message translation. I know some people are like, no, you only need to read the King James Version, or you need to. I just have found that this really works for me. So anyways, I wanted to share that with you. Okay, and there's one more question, and it's how do you handle haters or bullies? And gosh, bullies, I don't know about you, but there's been bullies like all my life in grammar school and middle school and high school. It's just something in life that you have to kind of deal with. And I've learned the best way is to not engage. I don't like that expression very much, don't feed the troll, but I feel like that's the best expression, because if you do give head space or take the time to kind of banter or go back and forth, it never ends well. It never ends well, I've learned. So the best thing is to just stay positive and not let them affect your mood. I read a quote that said, the way someone else feels about me is none of my business. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. I feel like we're all entitled to our opinions about other people, but we don't have to share them or tell them. And really, it's none of my business. You know what I mean? I'd rather not know how you feel about me. If it's not that I want you to come on here and praise and slather me with compliments, but it's just kind of goes back to all those sayings. If you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all. It's just a better way to live. And I feel like if I ever behave in a way where I say something mean, I feel terrible about it. Like, it's like really is true. It's like it's like you giving your enemy poison, but you really poison yourself. That's what it's like. You feel so sick inside yourself. And I think if you don't feel that way after you hurt someone or try to hurt someone, then there's a much bigger problem. So anyways, I just don't address it. If there's a mean comment, I'm going to delete it. If there's, I try to be like, you can even see in my comments, if someone leaves a comment that's not so nice or they have a different opinion, I won't delete that. I'll still thank them for watching. But if someone comes on to say something just mean and hurtful, I will delete it. So anyway, that's how I deal with it. And same with people in real life. If there's someone who isn't nice, I'll just kind of remove myself from that person. So I feel like I ultimately do both of us a favor. So anyway, that's how I feel about that. And I hope you enjoyed this tag. It was really basic, but go ahead and leave any questions below, and I'm going to be doing a much more personal tag coming up real soon. So thank you for spending some time with me, and I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day.